Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Curse of Strahd. It's been a while since we last got to play. Work schedules and life schedules have just been a bit crazy the past few weeks, but we are excited to be back, and it's gonna be a fun time. So, starting off, let's just go ahead, go around, reintroduce ourselves, since it's been so long and you've probably forgotten who we are. First up, I am Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can finally find me here on my channel or on Twitter at Emma Panada. Let's see, Monster, who are you?
I am Monster X8 on Twitter, Twitch, and occasionally on TikTok. Not so much on Twitch right now. I'm just figuring my schedule out and work is exhausting. So,
Yep, that's valid. Stacy.
I'm Stacy. I don't have anything else but Instagram. That is Couple of Chumps Cosplay, and I don't use it.
Yeah. The most recent things on there are from a con,
Yeah.
which they're fun con pics, so you can go look at those. B, how about you?
I'm Bukake. I am an art streamer on Twitch. I'm also Bukake on Instagram and DeviantArt and Picardo. Bukake is something else on Twitter. I don't use Twitter. Be careful DMing me on Twitter. It's rough.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's like Bikake Art on Twitter.
Somebody took Bukake. I was really angry.
All right, and last but not least, we have our illustrious GM, Matihi.
Hi everyone, I'm Mati. It's been a long time. You can find me.
All right, we're ending actually.
We're done. I'm Matihi. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Matty Matihi. And on Twitch hardly ever at Mati. But I'm in a few, like, just in chats and various streamers like Runaway Robot and Stella Luna most of the time. And I will also be in the upcoming Witchlight campaign put on by Stella Luna for a Patreon campaign, which I'm very excited for. I will be playing a tiefling druid who has a little snake friend named Sir Lancelot. So it's going to be a good time. But here, of course, I am Big Dommy Guardian GM or DM, whatever you prefer.
Love it.
Hi.
Perfect. As a reminder, in case you don't remember what's going on at any point, or you have to step away from the computer for 20 minutes and you come back and you have no idea what's happening, you can always type !COS recap in the chat, and that will pull up a Google document where I am constantly updating what's going on in the game, and you can read what's happened in past episodes as well, so you don't feel totally lost when we're adventuring. Also, you can influence the game in little ways. If you want to donate real-life money, you can use the donate button and donate $3 for a bonus to a roll, $5 for 2 players. You can pay $20 to make Strahd show up, so you can have fun with it. I think there are also some channel point redemptions that will give us some help. But yeah, that's all I've got. So Matihi, I leave it to you.
Of course. And thankfully, it has been a while, but we are now back in the lands of Barovia. Bits of ash float on the wind, rising above the pine trees and drift off into the thick layers of mist. As the last bit of flesh disintegrates off of Fern's face, so does the flesh of the creature below the noose. The last Ghislaine sees of her love are her large, lightless blue eyes. Her form finally crumbles while cradled in the Goliath's large arms. A final soft exhale is heard by Ghislaine in their left ear and a brief scent of fern, fresh ginger, and cooked apples. As the final bits of ash float up in the air and swirl, all seems quiet, save for the soft sobs coming from little Jimothy. To the north, the stone pathway continues and slopes up to mingle with the various pine trees closed in around the path. Indents in the stone shows heavy signs of traffic, and they can be seen leading deeper into the forest pathway. To the southeast, a stone path winds down, curving around a tight corner and quickly out of sight. You'd all come from the village of Barovia, eager to handle the werewolf and hag problems that have been brought to your attention. You are also on your way to the various villages in the north, Kresk and Valaki. Irina's original idea being to keep Ismark safe from the prying eyes of Castle Ravenloft, and hopefully Lady Strahd in the process. Irina's eyes... Mommy, sorry. Irina's eyes dart between Ghislaine and Ismark, confused about who to comfort. You see Ismark collapses back into the thick grass below his feet, staring at his own hands in bewilderment. In just a moment of hesitation, Irina springs towards Ghislaine, slows down for a moment, and then gently places a hand in the small of their back. The touch can barely be felt under the Goliath's heavy cloak, but what's communicated is a sense of comfort. As you all stand here, again, no light penetrating the deep, dense fog that surrounds you, but you still know that it is daytime. You don't hear any animals. You barely hear any leaves rustling around you. Just a light shifting of grass in the wind. As you all stand there, Ghislaine, how are you feeling right now in this moment?
I think there's a sense of loss, but also confusion. Like, I don't know what to believe in this place. Exactly. And I don't know if that was her or if it's a trick being played, but it felt very real. Can Glenn sort of get everyone clear of the like nods towards oh shoot, I forgot their name. Nods towards Irina, kind of like acknowledging the help, and tries to kind of like get everyone clear of the gallows.
You all kind of begin to move a bit away. You see like the caved-in husk that was once the undead creature that had sprung up from the boards beneath the gallows and attempted to grab at Ghislaine's ankles. How are the rest of you reacting in this moment? Emma, if you're talking, you're muted.
I think Sin is standing there, watching for a moment, not quite necessarily understanding the situation, but remembering that they're Kiora right now, will kind of step towards Ghislaine. Hey, are you okay?
Not really. I have no idea what to believe in this place. But I don't know. If I've really lost her, and I don't know how she could be here.
This is a strange place. It's probably best not to dwell on things too much here. I'm sure whoever this was is fine out in the real world.
Irina chimes in and says, I find when something really traumatic happens to me and they reach back into like their belt and they pull out a flask, I usually just kind of drink it away and they slide it towards you, Ghislaine.
I think Ghislaine accepts it, takes a chug, nods, passes it back, says, if that was her, I'm going to find who's responsible. If not, I'm going to find her. And can I just kind of like take out my tinderbox and like strike a match or something?
Yeah, you take the match and you strike it and it quickly like illuminates, flaring up before dulling down to just a singular soft flame.
I think I'm gonna take out some. Do I have oil as well?
Do you have oil?
Does it look like it's rained recently?
You know what? Roll me a d20, please. Actually, yes, it has. I did talk about rain, I think, before in one of the previous episodes. So it has rained recently.
It was dewy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dewy
I think
fast.
we got some oil from that house, right? Before we left.
You did. Yes.
A glass of oil.
Mhm.
I'm gonna should kind of ask, can I borrow some oil?
Yeah, I would be comforting Jimothy.
Yeah, you're like comforting Jimothy, and Jimothy's like, he's got his little kitty hands in his little kitty face, and he's just like, I don't understand what's going on right now, but everything's really sad and people are dying and it's awful.
He understands death at this point. That's fine. Yeah, no, I would be trying to explain the situation and just giving him comfort, just being like, it's gonna be okay. Also, did anybody get hurt last time? I got some heals. I don't think
anyone actually
everybody
got
was
hurt. I rolled
just
like
juked.
shit.
Yeah, everybody was just
Yeah.
dodging all his hits, like, ugh. So yeah, I don't even need to heal anybody.
Yeah. The only one slightly hurt is Sarana by 1 point.
That's right. Yeah, I got 1 point of damage. Cool. Thanks. Yeah. I will give you one of my. I've got like. Wouldn't use a whole flask of it. What do you want to try? Are you trying to burn something?
Yeah.
What are you trying to burn?
The ashes, probably.
Yes.
They're already ashes.
No, the
The thing
gallows.
itself.
The just this rickety. Want to buy fireball? No. I don't think a flask of oil is gonna light up this wet giant wood thing. So.
As Kiora is, or as they're talking, and Sarana is a bit conflicted, Kiora is just gonna hold out a flask of oil. Because I had one.
Okay.
Maybe 2 flasks of oil will do it.
I just have
walks
one.
around.
I
Glenn
mean,
just
yeah,
wants to-
I have one. So we'll just, I guess, why are we destroying it? Is it magic? Is it
Just
evil?
sad.
You look
Elaine is
towards
just
it.
frustrated.
Yeah, you look towards it, and most of it, you remember during the fight, had crumbled. Like a lot of the planks were rotten and had collapsed underneath your various weights as you were balancing on top of the gallows. So a lot of it is just caved in.
So it's like, is this magic? And you look over and it's just like a piece of wood's like, just like falls.
Yeah.
It's just like, would it take even a fire? Could we just you
You
imagine
want
we
to
get
just beat the
pushed
shit
over?
out of it?
You see,
Aren't
you
you
see
tech-
Would
Marshall.
actually just attack.
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
Marshall come up and he's just like, don't worry, I got this. Give me like 1 second. I can totally do this. And you see he cracks his little paws together. And then he goes, "Ah!" And he tries. You see like the frustration come over Marshall's face as he stands on top of Elaine's head and is just, you see him trying to channel something. You're not sure what. And then you see him look a little bit surprised for a moment, and then he puts down his arms and he says, "No, never mind. It's fine. I can't do it." He just kind of
Okay.
moves away.
What? Did he just try to do some magic? Did he just try to get his little martial paws on some magic? I'd be pretty I'm sus. I roll
You
for
can
sus. Can
roll
I roll
me
sus?
an Arcana check.
Okay.
You can roll me Arcana, please, to see
If this rat starts casting some magic missiles again, it's gonna get hairy.
like him.
Let's see.
Is it gonna get catty?
Jimothy's precious.
Wouldn't do that.
What? Okay, you said
Arcana.
knowledge are there. It is. It doesn't. I'm used to seeing knowledge.
I know.
Just
me
Arcana.
too. You got a +2 in it. It's not bad.
Normal roll. Submit. I remember how Roll20 works now.
21. Yeah, you look over and you could see like in the depths there was like a spark of magic that was coming. But I want you to make me an insight check, please, Serena.
I don't trust like that. All right. That.
Yeah, you're like looking towards it and it just seems like Marshall tried something. He tried to cast some sort of magic. You're thinking maybe some sort of like fire magic towards it. Could not do it at all. Like they have no magic left in them.
Oh no.
Pooped
He
out.
about killed 2 of us, so kind of that's good. It's kind of good. That was like a few
Elaine.
days ago.
Elaine just busts out their sword then and starts hacking away at the thing kicking it and hacking it.
Yeah, you begin in just a rage, kicking and hacking at this thing, trying to completely dismantle it. While you're dismantling it, Alfie, what are you up to right now?
I was gonna climb up Ghislaine and kind of just hug her head, just in comfort of just like hop on her shoulders and just, but then it was gonna be while she was burning things, but then she started beating the shit out of it. So, probably after that, a nice little head hug.
Just like
maybe just while she's fighting those wood planks, I'll just.
Yeah, so Ghislaine, you take your time dismantling these gallows, absolutely destroying them. And as you finish, you're heaving, you're trying to get that intake of air, as it's just both physically and emotionally taxing. And you feel little hands start to scale you from behind. And then you kind of see the familiar purplish hair draped down over your face that belongs to Alfie as they kind of clutch around you and hug you.
I'm just gonna cover your eyes with my little arms.
Elaine just stops it and is like panting at the end of it. It's like, thank you, Alfie. And just kind of like goes to like support you so you can like climb around.
I'm around for a real person hug.
Thank you.
And you bring in Alfie for a real tight hug. And as this is going on, Sin and Serana, you kind of see that Irina has now gone over to Ismark and is kneeling down beside him, checking him over and seeing if he's okay. And you just see Ismark sitting on the ground and he's just staring at his hands. And it almost looks like, I guess, fear and disbelief is what you see cross over his face as he does so. But he'll eventually take a deep breath and stand again.
As a reminder, we didn't like. He wasn't introduced as like a magic caster person, right?
Nope, he was not.
Did he get a couple of magic missiles off or some stuff? What he was doing
Eldritch
some magic,
Blast.
right?
Eldritch
Yeah,
Blast.
I just can't remember which.
He went from no magic to pew pew.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Irina kind of looks at the rest of you and says, "So are we ready to get going, or are we gonna destroy and desecrate the graves too around here?" And they look around and there's just like a bunch of little grave markers. There's about 12
Not
of them
nighttime,
total.
right?
No, it's still like morning.
I
Y'all
would like
head
to
out
not
early.
be here. I'm anywhere close to dark.
Yeah, let's keep moving. We were going down this road. Just follow me. And Kiora will start kind of walking down the right road, heading north.
Okay, so you're going up the north path. So as you all begin to walk, let me just see.
Have the map up yet, or
Yeah, I think it's in the handout section. Yes. Here you go.
There we go.
wow?
The map of Barovia. So you're approximately there is an area where the water, oh wait, no, it's a little bit further. Not where the water meets the path, but the other intersection. There is a crossroads there, and you're snaking up that northern path there.
Remember that thing I was doing? I remembered. I put it
Mhm.
in the Zoom chat.
I have accidentally closed the roll 20.
Control Shift T.
Strahd.
Control Shift T. Control Shift T.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. No worries. So as you begin to snake your way up, you're heading north. Let me get the not sad music on, because we're back to traveling. You continue to walk up. And as you're sneaking your way up towards the north, you start to hear there's kind of a few various sounds that you hear. One from not that far away, maybe like a kilometer and a half, mile and a half, whatever. You begin to hear what sounds like a very like a light, almost water running sound, almost like a waterfall. You can't see anything just yet as the fog is fairly dense, but you do hear it. As you're walking along the stone road, you see that it gradually disappears after about 20 minutes of walking. You see that it's replaced with a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep indents in the ground indicate horses and wagons have recently traversed through here.
We knew that we were supposed to be going towards some sort of pool, right?
Yeah, we knew.
Sir Pool.
Yeah, we knew we
Circle.
wanted to go up this way because we're chasing that old woman. Well, the woman with the weird hands that look old.
Yucky hands.
Young
lady.
woman with
yucky
old
hands
hands.
lady.
Holler.
She doesn't use moisturizer at all.
Moisturize.
Moisturize
Um,
me.
Yeah, Kiora is looking out, trying to keep an eye out for places where she thinks that this person might be or might be hiding out, or even just keeping an eye out for her in general.
Do I smell any delicious? It was a pie lady, right? I smell those yummy pies.
You sniff in the air, and Serana, with advantage, of course, you can make me a perception check.
I'm
smelling
for them old lady pies.
As you're heading north, you see to the west of you, you see just the dense pine trees that fade, and you see that like the mist overtakes them eventually. To your east, you see that there is a large pool that starts to form, large body of water. It's moving, it seems like southbound, leading into a smaller stream that twists through the forest. You got I have to scroll all the way down. A 16 perception, which is pretty good. It's not what you smell, Serana, because you smell just pine needles right now. It just smells like nature. You smell water. You smell some dead fish fairly far away from you. But what you do smell, it smells like cooking food. It smells like a pig on a spit roast, like freshly brewed beer, and also like sweat. You start to hear in the distance up ahead, you start to hear what sounds like very cheery music.
Is this the Seven Dwarfs?
I'm like, does it smell like a man? Like, what?
Is this a man cave?
It smells like
Is it a
multiple
lumberjack?
people.
All right, so there's not like sweat. All right,
Yeah.
somebody's getting sweaty. Okay.
Start to hear from the distance, all of you can start to hear this. You hear laughter, you hear revelry, you hear music playing.
And we haven't heard that since we got here, right?
No, this is the happiest that
This
you've ever
is
heard
lit
anything
shit.
sound. This is like exciting. And as you start making your way north, you see that the canopy of mist and branches from the trees suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far, far above you. But here, there's a clearing next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands to the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink by the river. You hear an upbeat tune mixed with delightful, cheery vocals rising through the air. Figures dance around the bonfire, delighting in each other's company. The sun seems to break through the heavy mist surrounding the land, if only for a few seconds, to shine down on the people who are dancing in very colorfully dressed outfits.
Kiora's suspicious. She's looking out
Would-
for the old person.
It would be an understatement to say that I was suspicious at this. It's too happy.
Oh,
It's
Alfie's
too
been
happy.
waiting for this one.
This
This
is
is
where
like-
Alfie
Excited as
thrives.
fuck.
This is like the Scooby-Doo shot where everybody's horrified and then he gets to Alfie and she's like, it's party time.
Yeah, that's my fetish. It's
Yeah. Party fetish. No. It's
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You hear little like Jimothy's hands start clapping along with the music.
I go,
Come
Jimmy,
on,
Heads
Jimbo.
around.
shh.
We're gonna go have some fun.
Stranger danger.
But it sounds like fun. It sounds like a fun. Can we go play?
Come with Auntie Alfie. We're gonna go have some fun.
Yay! And Jimothy hops out of Serana's hood and like onto your back, Alfie. And I would like you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oh, is Jimothy bigger than you?
Or
Or about the same size?
Yeah.
All right, so stack Alfie and Jimothy in a trench
Oh
coat.
no.
So immediately as you're like, come to Angie, Alfie, you just get smushed by the weight of Jimothy, and you're like flat on the ground, and Jimothy's sitting on your back, like kind of bouncing a little bit, saying, "Yay!"
That's my boy.
with the legs, not the tabaxi.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Get an inspiration for that. So you get up, and Alfie, do you start heading towards the group of people who are dancing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You start booking it towards the people who are dancing. Jimothy right on your heels. You feel Ghislaine on your shoulder. You see like Marshall like dancing on your shoulder. Just having a good time. And Alfie, as you run over, there's a bunch of people who are in a circle. As you get closer, you smell the alcohol like pouring off them, as they seem to be having a fucking great time in this place. And they look to you as you come forward, and they're like, "Hey!" And they invite you into their circle to dance.
Absolutely. Oh, but also Alfie is a terrible dancer.
So you're a terrible dancer, so please make me a performance check with disadvantage to see how well you might do.
Maybe you're an excellent
That's
dancer.
good.
It's
That's pretty good.
not the
That's a
type of
15.
dancing.
Okay, she thinks she's a bad dancer, but in the way that like every artist thinks they're terrible.
Yeah, you see Alfie is just
Dropping it
frolicking.
low.
Yeah, just
B-boy.
twerking all over the place.
Just twerking. That's it.
Um,
It's just twerking.
Gets up on top of one of the like the barrel top like carts and just starts like twerking.
I mean,
it
my
out,
body
starts
is like
dancing.
30% ass.
Bubble
so.
butt. Bubble butt. Bubble butt. No.
So you see that like they just welcomed both Alfie and Jimothy into their circle, while the rest of you are awkwardly standing outside. Irina like looks towards all of you, and then looks towards the circle, and then looks towards all of you, and it's like, they look friendly.
Alfie's doing this to Irina.
And she's like, okay, I can stop it. I'm sorry. Like, and just starts going, and starts going over towards Alfie, and eventually joins the group to dance.
I mean, this is a little weird, but they seem like nice people. It's playing out loud to the rest of the group, but can I insight check them?
Yeah, you can go right ahead.
Can I do that too?
Yes, you can indeed.
Yes!
I mean, is this the same vibe of the people as we were leaving? Oh, my notes. Notes.
Oh, the same
Barovia?
vibe of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you look at them.
Those people.
The people who are in like the carts and everything. Yeah, you look at them.
The
They're
s-
wearing like the same type of garb. They have like the draft horses look like the same breeds. You look at the wagons that they have, and they look like the same make. Everything looks very similar. They don't seem like the same people, but they're definitely amongst like kind of the same group.
Giona?
That's where you were from. So you were from Giona.
And they were like outside of that when we went to go
Yes.
find, right? Does
When you had
that
to go find Jimothy. Yeah.
that was
They're
okay?
the same types of people.
Okay,
Not the
I found the
exact
name.
same group, but
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
looking. I was looking for the name of the town. It's been a minute.
yeah, perfect. And Ghislaine and Serana, Kiara, as you're kind of analyzing this group, they just seem like they're having a lot of fun. They're enjoying the revelry. They're enjoying the moment. They're having a good time. It is the morning and everything, but they seem to be very happy. They seem to be enjoying themselves, which is a surprise considering everyone else that you've seen here is a sad little depressed person. And these people are just living it up. But they don't seem to be awful. They just seem to be happy.
And they don't have the same demeanor as the people who'd eaten the pie, right?
Oh gosh, no.
Okay.
No,
All right.
they're just partying. They're just having fun.
Like, they seem all right.
Yeah. Kyora's gonna go ahead and start walking in. Not really to participate, but she's watching. Particularly watching Jimothy since she knows that lady was after kids.
Are there children here?
You look around and there's like a few children that are scattered about, but they're mostly staying away from like the various drink and such. They seem to be, respectful distance, but they're playing with each other, playing tag and stuff in the woods.
I will just kind of circle. I'm gonna circle the place, and I'm just gonna keep an eye out for. We are looking for the cart lady, so I don't want to get too distracted, but.
So as you're kind of all coming forward, Alfie, as you're kind of the first one there who's like dancing around, eventually they kind of slow down and one of the individuals looks towards you and says, "Oh, mighty fine that we see many newcomers to this place. If you don't mind, could I ask your name?"
My name's Alfie. How'd you guys get to this hellhole? You guys seem great.
You see their like large smile widens. They've got kind of this like a cloth wrapped around their hair that's keeping it back out of their eyes, but they're in like very bright red cloak that they have that's just scrunched up on their shoulders and their back, and they wear very light like white and cream linens that are kind of dirty along the bottom, but they've been dancing. No judgment. And they say, "Well, we've been here for quite a long time, to be perfectly honest. Not always here, but today we are here. But we celebrate as it is another day we are alive. So we are happy."
Oh, so do you guys just do this like every day, or is it special?
No, nothing is special. It is most days. Oh, my apologies. I am Gregory. It is lovely to meet you.
So you guys just party every day, and this is like
Yes.
it's just you're always like this.
Pretty much. It is always a good day here in Barovia.
God, you guys should see the town over. They suck.
Yes, there are unfortunately not very happy people. I wish we could do something for them, but we only have so many resources. Shame. Oh, would you like to come sit by the fire? We are about to tell some various tales, of course. Some stories, if you will.
I would love to hear your stories, Gregory.
And you sit down, and a number of people, you see a couple like stumble and they fall a little bit, and they like struggle back up and like find a log to sit on for various story time. And Gregory starts into a story and says, "Well, very long time ago, there was a mighty wizard who came to these lands. I remember my father telling me about this. He stood exactly almost where your friends are standing," and points over towards where Kiara is. Says they were very charismatic. They could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them into the castle en masse. But when the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. And while they're telling the story, what are the rest of you doing?
I think Elaine is kind of like approaching, following Alfie and just standing and keeping watch, but trying not to be threatening.
Kiora wants to walk up to somebody who's hanging out.
Yeah, you see kind of on the edge of the fire, you do see kind of more of a feminine form standing. They have their arms crossed, but they seem to be like listening to the story with half an ear almost. They don't really smell much. They don't seem to be taking too much part in the drinking. They don't like have that stench of alcohol on them.
Okay. Kiora will walk up and say, "Hey, this is a great
Hello.
time. Do you happen to know where I might be able to buy what kind of pie was it that lady was selling?
Dream pastry.
Where I could find, where I could buy like a dream pastry or anything?
Oh, the dream pastries. We have heard of them. Yes, they're usually for the Barovians, not for us. We do not
Oh.
need such things.
So you're not the ones selling those.
Oh, we are not.
Do you happen to know who is and where we might be able to find them?
I am personally not very sure where you could find them, but since you are here, the one that you might want to ask is Madame Eva, and they point to the larger tent that's just on the edge of where the river is. She might be able to help you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course. She smiles to you. And Alfie, you hear the story kind of continue. And Grigori says, when the wizard and the vampires cast their spells at each other, the battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. My father, they saw the battle with their own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground, but when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic could not save him. My father saw him thrown thousands of feet to his death. He had climbed down the river to search for the wizard's body, to see if, he was alive and see if he could help, that sort of thing. But the river Iris had already spirited him away. And nothing was ever said about the wizard ever again.
So they didn't find the wizard's body?
No, they did not. It
Oh,
said it could still be
interesting.
out there. Or at least his things could still be out there.
How long ago was this fight?
Oh, I was but a boy when it happened. Whew. I think maybe about 20-ish years ago.
Okay.
Time is a bit strange here.
Does Alfie get the sense that we're talking about the same, like this is the same story that the priest told us, right?
It seems very similar. Yeah.
Big wizard fight. People, army people go missing. Never come back.
Yep.
Okay, wow. Grigori, you're never gonna believe this.
What?
They have a very similar story.
Who does?
The Barovian people.
Oh, well, I assume so because it did happen. Maybe other people saw this.
Do you think the wizard's still alive?
Have heard whispers, or at least some have heard whispers that maybe he's lurking in some of these woods, ready to come out and fight against the devil Strahd again. Biding
Alfie's
their
gonna look
time.
Alfie's gonna look at Ghislaine and go, wizard. It could be Alfie. Like Alfie is so just like, oh my god.
Wizard. No wizard.
Serrano, what are
Your
you
stuff
up to?
is out there somewhere.
I've been kind of circling the group, sort of prowling around the outside of the group as it would be. Timothy's having fun, so I'm just sort of not trying to be in the thick of it with some bunch of strangers. But if there's a story about a wizard, I'm acutely listening, but I'm pretending like I'm not listening. But when it gets to the part of like he was thrown off the cliff, and then I'm like scoff. I'm like, ugh. Like I pretend I'm not listening, but I'm like, ugh. It's like I'm thinking, what kind of wizard just dies from a fall? There's like a bajillion magics for that. Come on,
And
I've read it in
Grigori-
books. I've read it in
Grigori
books.
tenses very dramatically. You see,
I
like
scoff.
And he says, "That is why it is said that maybe he's still in these woods, gathering forces to defeat the devil Strahd yet again. Maybe you, or I, or all of us could be part of this." huzzah!
Yeah.
And you hear some of them be like,
Yeah.
shut up, Grigori. Enough.
I mean, we could.
How do your people feel about Strahd, and like how do you stay from under his evil hand?
The Dread Lord.
The Dread Lord.
Grigori seems actually, you know what? Make me a persuasion check with advantage, Alfie.
I would love to.
Because you see there's slight hesitation in some of the other people's eyes that are around this fire. And Grigori, you're like, there's just something about you that like moves him to speak. And
I'm
he
just
again
going, yes.
turns around
Yes,
dramatically to you. Yes, and then he says, well, it is said that very long ago, before Strahd became the essence, the cursed thing that keeps us all here in Barovia, it is said that my ancestors, all of our ancestors, helped Strahd in a battle long, long time ago. This is why we have free passage. And you hear the person that was talking to you, Kiora, kind of smacks Grigori and is just like, shh,
That's enough. It's fine. We thank you for coming. If you would like to take part in any of our food or beverage, you can. I think, Grigori, you need a bit of a sleep, don't you?
and Grigori's like, oh, I could use some sort of sleep. Not the sleeping kind. And Grigori walks up to another individual. You see kind of this another masculine individual, slaps them on the ass, takes their hand, and like starts walking away from the fire with them.
Good for him.
I don't think Kiora was sticking around for very long. After she was told about Madame Eva, she started looking towards that tent and making her way over there.
All right. So
and
all of you,
Serana might see Kiora kind of breaking away, heading that direction.
yeah, Serana, you see Kiora break away from the group and start heading towards the tent, the larger tent in this encampment that's by the water.
I keep track of where they're going, and I kind of, Galen, you're over with everybody, right?
Yep, over by Alfie, just kind of listening to them, standing awkwardly.
The Grigori left, right? Like are we kind of on our own a little
Grigori left. You see that there's like a number of Vistani. They kind of get up and they start partying again. They're like, woo.
I just kind of like talk real low to you, Galen, and say, so if they helped out Strahd and they get free passage, do you think if we take care of the werewolves for Strahd that we'll be allowed to leave? We get Jimothy back?
I don't know, but it's worth checking out.
There was like that group, right?
Yeah,
All right,
it's
well,
worth looking at.
I saw Kiora go over to the big tent, so I'm gonna should we scoop up Jimothy, or does somebody want to go check that out?
Jimothy and Marshall are like standing beside each other dancing. They're hanging out.
I could go if you want to stay with Jimothy, or I mean, like, look at them, they're cute.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on them. The alternative is, drinking.
Marshall's just flossing, like.
Yeah, his little baby arms are flossing. Ismark seems to be taking a step back and seems to be much more away from the group, kind of on the edge. He seems very internal currently. He's kind of got one arm on his shoulder, is kind of looking towards the group, but not really. You see Irina is filling up their flask with the booze.
Of course.
Yep. And drinking.
I'm torn between being a magic cleric and wanting to talk to Ismark, or wanting to go figure out what Kiara is doing. So Let me roll for it.
All right. What's Alfie up to? You kind of hear some discussions going on now that Grigori's gone.
All right, higher number go to Kiora because she's further away. We'll just... No, I'm staying with this mark.
All right.
I was just gonna say, if Serana didn't, I was gonna go see what was Ismark's problem.
Aw.
I guess. What did Ghislaine is still there? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna come over and be like, did you hear that story? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was, I mean, we heard a story like that, but it wasn't quite in that much detail.
No, this one seemed a little more showmanship to it.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that is accurate.
Just like far enough away that maybe you can hear it. You just hear Serana say, "Wizards are known for their charisma."
Who's
So
the,
true.
we're about to go on a crazy tangent of who's the wizard? Where's the wizard?
So as
What's the wizard?
How's
three
the
of you-
wizard?
So the
Wizard's
three of
the
you are
wizard.
y'all are kind of chatting outside. The one who's going to the sagging tent. And this is, of course,
What's sagging?
and it's like sagging a little bit. Is Kiora. So as you begin to kind of walk up to this tent, you see cloaked in a bit of, you see there's like a candlelight behind them, backlighting them and giving them some rim light. But you see this older lady. You can see the wrinkles on their face. Of course, their hands are heavily wrinkled as well. But you see oh god, everything's, what happened? Sorry, one sec.
Her hands and her face are wrinkly.
Yes, sorry, something happened. Can you see anything?
Yeah, I can see a token of a woman.
What the fuck?
I see the map.
Oh my god, did I just pull a dumb? Okay, you shouldn't now. It's gone now. Sorry. My dynamic lighting is turned off. I don't know what happened. Okay. Can you see that old woman now? Ooh.
Oh yeah, I see.
So you see an old woman kind of with this kind of a cloth draped around her head, and she looks to you as you come forward and says, I was expecting you and your friends. Please, if you would like, come in.
I'll kind of like look behind myself and then
You see nobody else has followed you, it's just you.
I'll step forward. You knew we were coming?
Yes, as very similar to you, I also see things in the cards, and I had seen that your coming was foretold.
So you also know why I'm here then?
I no reason why you are here, but it is up to you as to why you are here. I assume that you are looking for the other ones with wrinkled hands, the ones that sell the sweets. This is not me.
Yes, we are looking for them. Do you know where we can find them?
Well, why don't you come in and we can speak? I have some things that have been divined that I wish to share with you.
Okay. And I will step forward.
If you would
And
like to
as-
bring your friends, you can.
I think that they're enjoying the festivities right now.
Of course they are. That is all right. Just you and I then.
And you head inside the tent. And you see there's a number of different like beads that are hanging from the very center pole of this tent and draping down the sides. You see various candles are lit at different stages of kind of melting points. And in the center, the pole goes through this large circular table that's there. And you see a table draped in this very purple, elegant fabric that's been very well maintained. And upon the table lay 5 cards, one at each kind of northwest, south, east point, with 1 card in the center. And there are 4 chairs on one side, 1 chair on the other. She says, "Please come sit." And she takes the seat opposite to the 4 chairs.
I'll sit down.
You take a seat, and she says, "I have seen this coming. I've seen you. If you would like, I can divine what is to come for you and your friends."
And then you'll tell me where I can find these pastry makers?
Indeed, I will.
Okay, then.
And you see that she takes those cards that were on the table and she kind of collects them up and puts them into her deck and begins to shuffle. And she spreads the cards out on the table and says, "You can choose 5 cards."
I pick one up.
You begin to pick one up, and as you pick one up, we pan back to outside with Serana and Ismark. So you go over to Ismark, and you see that he's very pulled back from the rest of the group. He's got one arm on his upper arm there, rubbing it slightly, and looks a little bit surprised when you come over and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I can come and join the festivities. I just not really one for it normally."
What, the surprise magic get to you?
Yes, a little, yes. I wasn't expecting it, obviously.
That is very interesting. I am very interested in this thing that has happened. What? I would like to know, what is that the first time that you've ever cast a spell?
He nods slowly and says, "Yes, I didn't even really know that I had it in me, but it was horrifying, to say the least."
Horrifying? Magic should feel good. And then it's gonna just be this tirade about magic, and then I'm gonna interrogate him about, like, has anybody in your family ever cast magic? And then we're gonna talk about divine magic versus arcane magic, and I'm just gonna keep talking about magic until he gets so overwhelmed by my discussion that he forgets about his sadness. Can I do a magic diplomacy or something? I want to make him cheer him up with magic.
I would like you to make me a persuasion check.
Sure, whatever.
I'm gonna give you advantage for of course, like the magic talk, but disadvantage because you're bombarding him and he's very fragile right now.
So it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, just a straight gay roll.
I will say you also have we all have advantage die that we can use whenever.
It's a D.
Thank you to Carne Man.
Thanks you.
Thanks, husband.
Carne gifted 5 subs, so it's straight advantage rather than just a D6.
Hell yeah, straight up advantage.
I'm gonna save it just because I think if this was really low, it'd be funny. But yeah, no, there would definitely among the stuff be like, as it started, do you have a moment to talk about Nethys?
Perfect. Please roll for me just a straight
For me.
roll for me.
There it is.
Look at me. Timothy Frog. Okay.
Aw.
That was pretty good. So you're like bombarding Ismark with various questions and whatnot. Maybe this will work. No, that's not the music we want. Oh god. Let's do this. And as you mentioned, like, oh, did your family come from like from magicians? And he says, I don't really know. I'm adopted, so I don't know if I have family history with magic.
We go, oh, you're a mystery.
Yes, apparently I was found in the woods when I was 8, and I have no memory from before then.
These wizard woods? The woods with the wizard in it?
I don't know if they're wizard woods or not, but someone found me and they brought me to the Goryanovics, and I mean, Irina's the only real family I have now.
Well, I would say don't be too afraid of this magic. Magic is magic. It's not necessarily, good or evil, depending on it's how you use it. So
I don't know about this. When I was casting it, I felt this. There were these just hot flashes of anger and rage, and it almost felt like there were these hands that were choking me while I was casting it, and it was awful. I don't know what happened.
okay, so the choky magic. All right. Do you mind if I take a look? Is there something like was he touching his arm like it was painful? I'm like,
No, it was more just like a
stress thing.
shy boy.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm a healer and I know about magic. So, is there any like hand marks on his neck or something?
Do you want to look?
Yeah, I asked him. I'm like, can I?
Yeah, sure. And
Can I touch? Can I please?
He doesn't. He is like his hair is very short. It's kind of those like tight curls. And he pulls away like the doublet that he's wearing a bit to show you more of his neck. You see like a little bit of hair from his chest pop up. And he you look at his neck, and I would like you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please, Serana.
Is there a hickey?
Is there any? It's this big old smoochy.
Wisdom saving throw to not be charmed by his manly chest hair or something. Here we go. Saving throws.
Clavicle.
Not just this. Ooh, your sternocleidomastoid. Ooh. Wisdom. There it is.
Mastoid.
Mastoid, I hardly know her.
Normal roll, right? You said normal.
This will be a
Just
normal.
straight.
Just
Okay,
straight up
cool.
wisdom saving throw.
There we go.
You feel
Pretty good at wisdom stuff.
there's something that tries to push in. You see for a moment, your vision fades, and your eye, like your milky white eye, it seems to like there's something that flashes in it. It is just there's red blood, and you see it almost looks like flesh tearing and being rent for a moment before it stops and the vision's gone.
So I get like this is like some weird, like a Silent Hill moment out of a white eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that's, yeah, that's maybe not a good magic.
What do you mean, no? What do you mean? Is that
It's
Can I get rid of
choking
it?
you? I guess you can always get rid of some
how?
magic. Those things. I'm sure it's
Oh.
fine. We'll figure it out. If you stick around, I'm sure there's a way we can figure it out. Especially if there's a cool wizard somewhere.
Hopefully we can find this cool wizard.
Yeah. That sounds like a really important thing we need to do now is find that wizard. No. Hey, I think right now a good thing would maybe be taking your mind off of the magic. If you dwell too much on it, or you try to maybe internalize too much, that you might do something else. And let's stay away from the choky magic for a second.
All right. I'll try to take my mind off things somehow.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to do it with alcohol, but why don't you just come hang out with us and try to find out where we can find a pie lady.
Okay. And Ismark will come with you. Ghislaine, what are you up to? Is anything just hanging out with Alfie?
Yep, just hanging out, taking stock of the area, watching over
Dancing Jimothy and Marshall.
yes.
Yeah, they still dance. There's still boogie and there's still live music going on, not the sad stuff. But as you were kind of observing the music, we pan back into this little tent with Kiora and Madame Eva, as you've been introduced to them. You draw the first card and they say, place it here. We'll draw all 5, and then I will reveal to you things that will help while you are here.
Okay. And I place it there.
All right, and you do the same for the other 4 cards, placing them all in this cross pattern, which I will bring you to. Ooh. It's a lovely board.
Ooh. Fancy.
Mm-hmm. So they put their kind of wrinkled hand. You see that there's these long, slightly curled nails that they have, and they pick up the first card and flip it over. And you see that it reveals that is the wrong thing. There it is. You see it is a card, and it says this. It's a 7. It says the charlatan, an individual with a mask that's slightly askew from their face, which is this for all of you who want to know, because I have real cards. Give me one moment because I don't have. There it is. And as they look at the card, they tell you, this card tells of history, of knowledge of the ancients that will help you to better understand the one you seek. Not these people with the pies, but the one at the head of it all. One known as the devil in these parts. I see that you have drawn the charlatan. In this, this seems to be the place where you are to go next. It is a lonely mill upon the precipice, and the treasure that you seek lies within. And they put the card back down on the table.
Okay.
And then they draw the next card, the one at the very top of the order, and flip it to reveal the beggar. Which, ooh, you see an old man with a beard. Ooh. She says, this card tells of a powerful force of good and protection, a holy symbol of sorts, to create hope. This one, a wounded elf, is what you seek. He will part with the treasure to see his dark dreams fulfilled. Your next card
And they flip it over, displaying the hooded one, an individual, their hood covering their eyes, holding a sword in their hands. And they say, this one here, it is of a weapon that can help you defeat your greatest foe. I see this here. I see a faceless god. He awaits you at the end of a long and winding road. Your fourth card, I flip it over. You see it is an artifact. It is a skull that is contained within a jar. They say this person is the individual, one that will help shed light and who will help you in your greatest battle against darkness. Look for an entertaining man with a monkey, but this person is more than they seem to be. And of course, your last and final card. I pull it. I take a deep inhale as they see the card. They say, this one. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond that of mortality. This card will lead you to them. And here I see a dark figure on a balcony, looking down upon the tortured land with a twisted smile. And as they leave the cards out for you to look at, they say, the one that you seek right now, the one with the pastries, is where you will find your first artifact. Keep following this road. Go up towards the west. You will see it upon a hill. It is hard to miss.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. And if I may, I would suggest not falling for the enticing voice of this darkness, for it will only lead you to ruin. But that is all I can say.
I'll do my best. Now tell the others to do the same.
They may come in and visit if they wish. And she gives you a very toothy grin.
Of course. And Kiora gives a small smile back before standing and leaving.
All right, and as you leave behind you, you don't see, but there is a smile fades from the old woman's lips, replacing with a look of concern as you exit the tent. And Kiori make your way back to the others, who are all kind of gathering back together. The music has slowly started to wind down. It seems like people are kind of getting to their day-to-day. You see a few people wake up from naps and they come out and they seem to kind of tend to the fire, start cooking, that sort of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go to where the biggest gathering of our group is.
I think everyone's together now, more or less, because I think Serana grabbed Ismark to pull them in more to everybody else.
Yeah, Irina, Jimothy, and Marshall are probably the only ones that are like in still further, but I think all the rest of us were kind of further out.
Yeah, they've come out at this point, especially now seeing that Kiora, you're returning.
Okay.
Ismark comes out with both Jimothy and Marshall. Jimothy looks much more tired than he was before.
Kiora will walk up and say, all right, I learned where we need to go next, at the very least, and a few things that we need to look out for.
All right, well, should we go?
Are you all done here?
I never started, so.
Monster, I think you're muted if you're trying to talk.
Is that better?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. I'm ready to go. We should make sure that we have enough food before we leave.
I think we
Yeah.
have plenty. But if they have any here that they're willing to part with, then sure. We can take that on the road.
I will ask someone in that case. I'll just say, hey, me and my companions are leaving. Is there any food that you'd be willing to part with? I'd be happy to pay you.
And the woman that Kiora was speaking to earlier is one there, and she shakes her head and says, No, it is fine. We have some bread and some sausages if you'd like to take these things. That is fine. We have plenty to share.
Yeah, I
Thank you
could get
very
down
much.
with some sausages. Hey.
Do you have any cheese? And they say, no, unfortunately not today. And he's like, shit.
Maybe if you hadn't eaten all the cheese already.
Well, you know what? I can't help myself. I have an issue with cheese. I'm also lactose intolerant, apparently. I've recently learned. But it's fine.
That's
Oh,
what that
no.
smell was.
And he's like, and then he goes and hides.
Look, he's been sticking on like Elaine's shoulder for a lot of it. So I got Jimothy.
Oh, no.
You have the fart rat, so got pee pee and poo poo. That's what he is.
Yes, fart rat.
Yeah,
Fart
Kiora,
rat.
how did you find out? What are we supposed to do? Who
So,
knew? Are we the old lady
I-
with the pies?
No, she's not here, but there is, Madam Eva, someone that I suppose is important here, perhaps a leader of some sort, read our fortune, and she seemed to know who we were and said that she was expecting us, and that there were 5 things we needed in order to reach the end of our journey, I'll say. The first is that we need to follow this road and find a windmill, and that's where the woman we're searching for is, as well as the first artifact that we'll need. Next is that there's a wounded elf somewhere that we need to find who will give us a treasure if we help him realize his goals. Then a faceless god with a great weapon lies at the end of a long, stretching, curving road that we need to find as well. There's a man with a monkey who is said to be someone important for our fight, but that he is not what he seems. And lastly, someone is said to be able to bring us to Strahd. Someone who, I mean, she described him as a dark figure on a balcony, looking down at the land with a twisted smile. But I don't exactly know what that means. But the only thing we need to worry about first is to continue to follow this road until a windmill.
Yeah, that's super believable. And I'm sure there was very accurate magic that was used. There was a lot of magic going on. Is there some divination? Was it just an old lady and some?
Just knew us? That's kind of creepy.
That's a little unsettling.
Yeah, she knew us, and She didn't just say she knew us. She had information that, like, made me believe that she actually knew us.
Well, maybe.
But she used cards to tell us our futures and what we needed to find, and I trust what happened, and Kiora
I mean,
kind
maybe
of
she
like
might know something about
places-
some magic and somebody's missing ghost mom or something. I mean, if she knows us, maybe there's some other questions.
She did
I'm
say
just
that you all
saying.
were welcome to go and see her if you wanted to as well.
I just look over at Alfie, see if like if this lady says that she knows us, and you said that you saw the ghost of your mom or something. Hmm.
I would like to talk to her and see if I can get information.
Yeah, are we allowed to go in together? Because this kind of creeps me out.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, just-
go in together.
Okay.
She asked
If
if I
Alfie wants
wanted
me
to
to
bring you
share.
earlier, but you all seemed busy with the
Ah,
party.
there. Did
Yeah.
you meet Gregory? Because he's lit.
Good storyteller.
No, I didn't meet him.
You hear a woo from far away. That sounds very much like Grigori.
Woo girl, I got it. All right. I think Ismark might benefit from it too.
Yeah.
I'll stay out here with
The boys.
the boys.
The sweet
yeah,
baby boys.
the sweet baby
Timothy's
boys.
like, yay, can we dance more?
Sure, you can dance more.
Okay,
And there's like some music playing. It's this music. It's not dancing music, and Jimothy is just like like not to the beat or anything. It's just white girl dancing, like feeling himself. It's great.
He just did the slash dance and there's no music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just real quiet. He's grooving down. So the rest of you are going to go to to Madame Eva's tent, and as you make your way over there, we'll take our 5-minute break.
Yay.
We can go pee. So thank you everyone for tuning in so far. Please bear with us as we are going to pee. I am going to devour 50 cookies in my mouth during this break.
Yes.
Please in the chat guess how many cookies I can fit into this wide ass place.
At once.
At
At
once. I'm not gonna
Chubby
do so.
bunny.
How thick are these cookies?
Yeah.
They're
what is
pretty
How
thick.
big are the
Okay.
cookies?
So they're like they're like
Can you show an
this
example of
big.
the cookie?
Show it.
Yeah,
Show
let
cookie.
me. So
Yeah.
we're gonna back up.
This is
We're gonna do a
important.
poll. If we're gonna
This
do
is
a
the fit.
prediction
What's
here.
up? I'm gonna get the cookie.
Cute
Love that
outfit.
Adorable.
Not seeing them yet. I'm gonna say 6, but I might change my answer.
Yeah, it depends on like how thick the cookies are.
I'm
too,
gonna
right?
say
It's the girth of the cookie.
I need
Yeah,
I
it's
need cookie
important.
I need cookie dimensions, please.
Okay. Here's a cookie. This is the size.
Oh,
This
they're
is
like
the
they're.
Okay.
size.
Oh,
That's
those
a
are
thick.
those are thick cookies. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
say
Should
I'm
we
gonna
should we
say-
make
I'm
a
gonna say-
poll?
2 to 3.
comfortably fit in your mouth, or are you really trying to shove
Are
it
you-
in there?
are you-
Like
Are you
shoving it in there.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna bunny it in private.
Chubby
say
bunny.
5.
I was
Okay.
gonna go 5 too.
Okay, 5. Okay.
Should we do a poll?
3.
Should we do a 5-minute poll?
5-minute
3, 4,
poll.
5.
Everybody
Just
Go
do
get
1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This doesn't count. Everyone enjoy your break. Go up, go pee. Eat your
Okay.
cookies.
Yeah, we will
Have
be
fun.
back shortly. Please
Bye.
stick around.
Stick around.
And we're back. Thank you everybody for waiting and hanging out. Disappointingly, nobody guessed the correct number of cookies. It was
Monster
2.
said 2 or 3.
2 to 3. I was in the
said
neighborhood.
3. It's 2.
I was like,
I'm a failure.
But we won't hold it against you because you're our GM, and if we did, you would kill us. So, without further ado, Matt, go ahead and take it away.
Sure. So the three of you, or Kiora, are you going back with them, or are you staying outside?
I'm staying with the boys.
All right, you're staying with the baby boys. Are you going to take Irina and Ismark with you? Serana, Alfie, Ghislaine?
I don't know if Irina would go, but I do want to see if there's, I want to help Ismark. He's going through some weird magical puberty or something.
Yeah, Ismark will come with you. Irina will hang out with Kiora and the babies. So the four of you make your way inside Madame Eva's tent, pulling away the curtain. You hear like little tinkling of beads as you do so, and you see the old woman sitting across from you, a large toothy grin as the four of you come inside, and she says, I'm very glad that you decided to come visit me. Please come sit.
Flop
Do you have
my
something on
ass
your
down.
mind, child? They look to you, Serana.
I mean, you said there was 4, so it's me and Ghislaine and Alfie
And Ismark.
and Ismark. Convenient. Okay. I'll sit on like the edge one. I got my stick. I'm ready to be an old lady if I need to. I don't trust this place. So yeah, I'm like, hey, I heard you knew about us.
I do indeed. The guards have told me of your coming, and I am very excited to finally meet the group of you. And give me an insight check, all of you, please.
Is there a level higher than suspicious? That's
Superstitious.
Suspicious.
You also can use your advantage if you'd like. That is an option, but Alfie got a 17, Ghislaine got a 9, and what do you get, Serana? Ooh,
I
a
suspect
16. So both Serana and Alfie catch this. You see as they're like looking over the four of you, as soon as their eyes land on Ismark, you see this look of just like, you know how when you see like a lamb going to slaughter sort of thing, just like this like sadness in their eyes, you see that reflected in Madame Eva's eyes as they look towards Ismark. Just for a brief moment, but you catch
like
it.
the lamb or somebody watching a lamb.
Someone
Like,
watching
what-
a lamb.
Okay, because I'm like, normally they're like, bye, we going on a trip. So
No, they're just looking at Ismark and they're like, oh, you poor child, and then looks back at the rest of you.
but they didn't react like they just saw like Arby's beef sandwich explode out of his neck or
Mhm.
something, right?
Just
Okay.
a sadness. General sadness.
Cool.
Starting off very positive, lots of positive vibes in this room. That was
Yeah,
out
I'm-
loud, by the way.
I'm enjoying this space. Tell us about ourselves that you know so much about ourselves.
Well, I do hope that your compatriot has told you what I told them.
Yes.
more or less, yeah.
Good. Then what else would you like to know from Madame Eva?
I'm gonna just side eye Alfie because I know there was a
You know anything about the people that disappeared in Barovia, the people that disappeared that were in the wizard's army or something, whatever these stories are.
No one disappears in Barovia, child. They never escape Barovia, but they always come back. Whoever was there at the battle is dead. I can tell you that much. Or they have been turned to be servants of the Dark Lord.
In Barovia, there are ghosts that walk at night. Do you know of any way to let them pass on?
The only way to have anyone pass on truly in Barovia is to lift the curse that plagues this land.
How do people even get here? My mom was not a warrior, and I don't know why she would have been here. Alfie's just completely
Mom-
glossing out, like not explaining. She's just like, what the fuck?
There are many who come to Barovia through various means. It is not always known to them how they get here. Sometimes Barovia just knows they want these people and bring them here. There is a reason the group of you are here, have been invited inside, but most likely it is for the greater part of the game that Strahd plays.
So, I mean, when you're invited in a place, but then you're not allowed to leave, it sounds more like a kidnapping. Do we get kidnapped by Barovia?
Most likely.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
I apologize,
What
but
kidnapping here? What the fuck?
That's strange.
it is a common thread. But Barovia is not so bad once you get used to it. Though I do find that you will not.
If someone had found their way here by accident, being kidnapped by whatever this place is, how do you find them?
The mists have ways of revealing what needs to be known to people who come here. Most likely, if there's something that you seek or someone, you will find them. You will eventually be led to them. That's not always in the most pleasant manner.
So, is it possible to see someone die who isn't actually dead here?
Possibly, yes. There are many magics which are influencing this place.
Okay.
I am sorry I cannot help you further, but... And she turns her gaze towards you, Serana. There's this very hard look that she gives you.
I
She
give it right
says,
back. Just give petty. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You are one who is tempted by the unknown. There are things that are very much unknown to you that shall come soon, but I suggest you resist said temptations, lest you want to end up very similar to some great powers here. And this is not a pleasant end.
Hmm. All right, I'll keep that in mind.
And she says, if there is anything else I can assist you with, I shall do my best. But otherwise, I need to rest my old bones. They can only be active for so many minutes of the day. I will.
My lumbago.
And she gets up a little bit. There's
I'm
like a little
kind
bit
of
of a
like,
stutter.
I'm angry because she didn't say nothing about Ismark except look sad. So I'm like, oh, no matter, like, I have a feeling like even if we ask, she's probably not going to say anything. She's going to be like, my bones hurt. She's going to leave. So I'm not even going to push it. I'm just got this look
All
of
right.
like, mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm
Not
gonna,
gonna ask the question.
I'm gonna kind of turn to Ismark, like,
Yes.
do you want to ask a question?
Yes. Excuse me, madame. I had recently gotten a strange bout of magic that was fairly awful to deal with. I'm wondering if you know anything about that.
She kind of turns around and looks down at Ismark, and that sad expression comes up again for a moment. She says,
My dear, I am sorry for the fates that have befallen you in the past. And if things continue, they will befall you now. I would say the target that lays upon you is not meant for you. But you should watch yourself.
he says,
That was mysterious and did not give me any information, but thank you. I appreciate it.
he'll kind of get up and begin to make his way out. And then Amiva kind of starts cleaning up the cards, cleaning up some of the wax that's dripped onto the floor.
I just prestidigitate before I leave. You know, just
And everything's clean. He's like,
Like-
like, thank you.
yeah. Your bones hurt. I did you. You know, can't say I never did nothing nice for you.
Thank you very much.
Lena's gonna kind of like bow and say thank you. Although the bow is more like they're already kind of like hunched over, so they're just like, oh, all right, and then just scoot out.
Yeah, you like hunch out.
The tent sagging. Are you basically like hitting it
Yeah,
because you're real
probably.
tall?
From the outside, all you see is this like head-shaped mass.
All right. And as you all head out, I'm assuming, make your way back outside, and you see Jimothy still. Jimothy has danced himself into exhaustion and is now lying on the ground sleeping.
He's curled. He's just like curled up into a little
Yeah,
bouncing
he's
ball.
flat. He's flat, like arms splayed,
Oh,
legs
oh.
out.
Like
Drunk
spluted.
person.
He's just
Yeah.
spluted.
He's flew backwards. He's very sleepy. And Marshall's still giving her, like, Marshall's going hard as, like, energy for days.
He's got the lawnmower going. He's got the sprinkler going.
Yeah, he's got the
Couple of-
shopping.
the running man.
He's got
Yeah.
the shopping trip. And Marshall looks up to all of you and says,
So are we finally going? Are we good?
Not
We're
as good
good.
as you, but yeah.
I'm great. I'm doing great. I mean, this place could use some cheese or something, but like overall, I'm really good.
Did you learn what you wanted to learn?
Mysterious, cryptic stuff that didn't really answer any questions, just left us all with a general sense of unease, I think. So yeah,
Oh, good.
sure.
Well-
Yeah, that sounds about right.
In a roundabout way.
Well, we know, I guess, where to go. If we just want to go do something, and we're gonna go find this lady. Also, I'll turn to Ismark and say, if you feel any of that stuff welling back up, let me know, like ahead of time.
Okay, I will. I will. Thank you. I appreciate it, Serana.
What stuff?
Just magic things is all.
Magic stuff.
Oh,
I'll be alright.
okay.
And
Hashtag just
Irina-
magic things.
Irina's like,
Hey, what the fuck was that? Like, you've never displayed any bloody magic before. And he's like, look, can we talk about this later, please? She's like, All right, we'll talk about it later. You know, whenever the fuck we can talk about it. But right now, I guess we're going to go. And she stumbles a little, but she continues on her way.
Nice.
Would you?
Well, time to follow the road then.
Yeah. What time is it? Like how high in the sky is the sun?
You have no idea. It's still misty. It seems
Okay.
brighter in this area, but there's still like the mist is still blocking out the sun. But you think that like by how you've traveled, how you spent, you guys left y'all left in the morning, from the village of Barovia. It took you about an hour and 20 minutes to get to the crossing. To get up here, it took you about 45 minutes ish.
Okay.
So it hasn't been that long. You've been here for maybe, I would say, like maybe half an hour.
So it's like maybe midday.
Yeah, it's like midday at this
Okay.
point. So it's still light out, but you do see like accumulating far, like a bit in the north. You see various like shadows and such, but you do see that black clouds are starting to gather.
Got it. Kiora will just kind of like pat her sides and be like, all right, well, enough of this place, follow me.
All right.
And she'll start going down the yellow brick road.
All right, I'll follow the dirt road heading out. And it doesn't take you very long. You continue for another 10 minutes or so. You're on a fairly even path, and you begin to hear the roaring of a waterfall as you start to approach. And as you get closer, you see, you follow the river to the base of a canyon. And at the far end of which you see a great waterfall spilling into a pool. You see it's billowing forth clouds of very cold mist that kind of spray your skin a little bit as you get closer. And you see a great stone bridge spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead. On the side closest to you, where you see this stone bridge, you see two large gargoyle statues sitting ominously, just kind of hunched over on the edge.
There was the broom, okay? And there was the statue in the house, and I'm just so tired of this. I'm so tired. I'm not gonna get fucking near it. I'm not even gonna cast detect magic. Y'all go fucking whatever.
You don't want to know.
You see that as you reach this crossroads, there's another pathway that goes more backwards, like the way you came, but it looks like it's going kind of southwest, and it looks to go up very sharply. So you'd have to maybe climb a little bit to get up this path. But it seems to be away from the direction that you're going.
And do I get a sense of which direction that lady told me that the windmill was?
Over the bridge.
Okay.
Why wouldn't it be?
I'm gonna cross the bridge.
So Kiora takes confident steps, begins making their way over the bridge. I'd like all of you to roll me a perception check, please.
I would love to roll you a perception check.
I can't see shit.
Is it sight-based?
Yes, it is sight-based. Interesting. Serana. Interesting. So, Ghislaine and Serana, do you start making your way over the bridge?
Yes, I will stay a few feet behind Kiora.
Before I go anywhere near the bridge, I look at these stone gargoyles and I make sure that they're not actually alive or whatever.
Do you poke them?
Do they look intact? Like normally stuff will have like moss growing on it or something, they're not just going to be like these perfect No, it's all shitty here. So if it's just like some super beautiful looking, nice, pristine statue, I'm gonna be super sus. That's the name of the game today is super sus of everything.
So you look at these gargoyles and you're looking them over, and they look fairly well taken care of. They're made of this, it looks like this almost like this dark gray, almost black stone they've been constructed out of. No dust seems to be on them either.
Does it look like there's like little scrapes? Like this is where they sit and they just land every once in a while? Do they have wings? What do they look like? I don't want to get near them.
With your 23 perception, you look, and as you're looking them over, you see that they are melded to the base of this. As you look them over, you don't think that there's any way these things can move. And Ghislaine, like you're looking them over, they haven't moved at all. They seem fine. They don't seem magical, but both Kiora and Alfie, you think that you see the gargoyles like heads turn as soon as you start making your way across the bridge. But Saran and Ghislaine, there's nothing. These are stone.
So like we have no reaction to this. They were just like, all right, these are probably some
fine.
normal things, but you guys can see their head. Ew.
You think that Alfie and Kiora think that they see something. Something.
To be fair, it's a big rocky thing, so it's already pretty spooky. So I'm already.
Yeah, Kiora's maybe just like keeping a closer watch out as she's crossing this bridge.
Yeah, you watch out closely and you all start making your way across the bridge, and nothing seems to befall you on it. Nothing comes crawling out from underneath the bridge. No gargoyles come alive. It just seems like a regular stone bridge.
A nice bridge.
Just a nice bridge.
Contest one foot every step, just because it is very heavy.
It's a very sturdy bridge.
Okay.
As you make your way across, and I have to pull up a map. So as you kind of cross the bridge, you see that you're kind of in this almost valley area. You see that there's like a small, it's fairly high, but to the east there seems to be a hill that kind of gradually goes up. It would be a little bit steep to climb if you were to, but the pathway snakes in these little valley spots. There's no trees out here at all. It is just clear walking with like raised ground around you currently.
So not a lot of good vantage point.
You're kind of down. Yeah. So someone up top could see you, but you could, like, right now, you're kind of in a very vulnerable position walking.
I'm trying to just keep an eye up then, like for any sort of silhouettes against like the tops of these hills that might be like some bandits or some gargoyles or some statues or a fucking broom. I don't. Or a lady with a pie just standing there ominously. With her wrinkly hands.
You don't see anybody. Like you're looking around. Your eyes are peeled, but you don't see anybody currently, like looking down or anything or looking at you. You seem to be unsupervised going through this area. How long is this
bridge?
The bridge itself. Wow. It's like a long bridge. It takes you a good 5 minutes to cross it. Like it's all long bridge.
I don't think we should like meander on this thing. I don't like it. I don't trust like that.
So you hustle across the bridge. Nothing happens, thankfully, as you're going across. You start making your way on this path that twists and turns to the west and then back towards the north eventually. And after about 30 minutes of walking, you are met with another crossroads. You see that even here, the fog seems to be inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road that you're on splits into two, widening towards the east. You see there are patches of cobblestone suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. To the west, you see looming shadows in the distance, ones that look strangely similar to the ones you saw when you entered Barovia. You see here, there's like a little sign that sits right in the center of the crossroads. It says, to the east, you see it says Castle Ravenloft. To the west, it says Valaki Kresk. And then pointing back towards the way you came, it says Village of Barovia.
I go, all right, so yeah, we wanted to go up to the castle, right? That's what we were doing?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm
yeah.
kidding. I'm joking. We're looking for a mill?
Yes. It'll be this way. And Yura kind of like points down the west road.
As you're standing there, I want two of you to make me a perception. I want Ghislaine and Alfie. Make me perception checks, please.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm gonna give this to Alfie. Alfie, as you're kind of standing there, Serana and Kiora are discussing which way to go, that sort of thing. You see, it was a little bit hidden. They're near one of the hills that jutted out a little bit, so they were almost tucked away, not seeming to be hiding. And not looking towards the group of you at all. You see a figure standing there, very long, brunette, very densely curly hair. They've got this beautiful kind of orange cape that's on them. One of their boots, it's like all strapped up and everything. It seems to be made of some sort of old but fine leather. The other leg that they have seems to me made completely of brass.
Sick.
That's pretty hot.
You see that they're standing and they're kind of looking up the east road towards the looming shadow and the gathering of clouds that's above that looming shadow to the east.
My brain went, the wizard. And you said the figure is not doesn't even notice us, is pointed towards the east where the castle Ravenclaw.
Yeah, Ravenclaw. They don't even.
This is Dumbledore.
This is Dumbledore. They don't even seem to be looking your way.
Okay.
Dumbledore. Girl.
I'm gonna point her out to the rest of the group and go well, I don't think they're fighting us, but
And
over there.
Gonna look over there.
We just go, who that over there? Loudly.
Look at that cool leg over there. Look at that
cool leg. Oh
You
my gosh.
hear
I want
this. You hear this very kind of very smooth, almost melodic voice come from over there, and they don't even look towards you. They just say, "You know, it's very rude to shout at a woman when she's busy."
Oh, I didn't know she was that close.
It's hard to judge distance in this fog.
You're still pretty far away from them.
Oh, she just has good ears. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow, you have good ears.
We're commenting on your beautiful leg.
Where'd
Thank
you get
you.
that leg?
Elaine leans into Kiora and is like, maybe this is the elf you told us about?
I got it when it was ripped off by a werewolf a long time ago.
That sucks. What's that?
That sucks.
I did not yell that. This is just me talking real low. So only you guys can ooh. I
You
just look
see
over at
them-
Elaine yikes. Big yikes.
They turn towards the group of you, and they start making their way over. They walk with a purpose as they go, very confident. They don't seem to be afraid of the group of you standing there. And as they approach, they're standing at about 6'1", very lithe figure. And they come over, their orange cloak kind of billowing a little bit. And they look you all over and say, "So what is it I can help you with? Or are you just looking to shout at people that you don't know?"
Have you seen a mill?
I've seen a lot of things, a mill being one.
And where is
Anywhere
it?
nearby?
Yeah, near.
Well, first of all, I would like to know your names instead of you just asking me things. Isn't that a polite thing to do, where you're from, or is it something else? I can tell you're not from here.
Ghislaine extends a hand. Ghislaine tag of the thigh. Or Ghislaine Strongheart tag of the thigh. It's got to be the whole thing.
She takes your hand, and she grips it tightly, and she kisses the back of your hand, and she says, "Esmeralda Devenir is my name." And I will show you.
Alfie's like, it's my
Oh.
turn. And she goes, Alfie the Almighty.
And she takes your hand, kisses the back of it, and says, "It's very nice to meet the both of you."
It is very nice to meet you, Esmeralda.
She gets a really like generous head nod from me, and as I probably have like a passed out Jimothy on one hip, and then I got my shepherd's crook in the other, so it's obviously my hands are full. So I just like give her the nod, like Sarana.
She gives you a nod as well.
And I'm Kiora.
Well, nice to meet a group of you, but if you have any questions, please ask them quickly, because I have places to be.
We're just looking for a mill.
Oh, it's up this way. And they point towards the other way, to the west, the other direction.
I look at her hands. Does she have wrinkly hands?
She does not have wrinkly hands, but you see like numerous, like you see jewelry, you see bracelets, you see rings.
Is she an elf?
No, but she is a lesbian.
I'm listening.
Almost as good in this instance.
She's not an elf.
Well, we're going that way, but where are you going?
There was this group of I did hear we've in our travels we've heard about some nasty werewolves.
I've heard of them too. I try to take care of them when I come across them. But I'm going to a place that I do not feel is for the group of you. You look too fresh.
Attractive?
I'm sorry, you're not my. None of you are really my type. Well, they look at Sarana and say, maybe. I'm into MILFs mostly.
Yeah, I'm pretty. It's because I've got that kid on my hip kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
I get it. I wink, but there's like not a lot of like. I'm still pretty sus, but there's still like a wink there somewhere. I find one.
She just cocks an eyebrow at you.
Winka.
A blink.
The double wink. It's like a no. All right. So,
I have places to be, but maybe we'll run across each other someday. Again, who knows?
Well, stay safe. Good luck in your travels.
I think the group of you need more luck than I do.
Probably. We've been kidnapped. It's a real sad situation.
Oh, my condolences. I know you're probably going to die soon, so.
I heard that happens in Barovia.
Yes.
I like side-eye Kiora. I'm like,
I already died.
Yeah, just that out loud.
Oh, well, congratulations for being back in this shithole of a place.
Thanks.
Of course.
From what I've heard, dying doesn't necessarily mean that you leave.
Probably not. If you see an individual named Von Richten, can you let them know that I'm looking for them?
Sure.
Thank you.
Who is he?
Whoa.
He sounds like a writer of some
They-
sort.
They're a writer of sorts. You'll know when you find them. They'll be very boisterous about their name. Usually.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out and tell them if that you're looking for them.
Good. Well, enjoy yourselves. And they will turn on their brass heel and they are going to start making their way. You see the east winding path towards Castle Ravenloft.
And we're going the other way.
At least we got a general direction for the mill.
Yeah. If they're going to Ravenloft, do you think they'll come back?
I'd imagine so.
I mean, MILFs, that's like MILF HQ. No, it's fine.
My mom died there. That's a little insensitive.
A lot of people died there. That's what happens in MILF HQ. It just happens. Sorry, that's just what happens apparently.
Like
And
a
wizards
woman.
fall off of cliffs.
Irina says, hey, that's where the ghost milfs are, so it's a good place. Sorry,
There's so
it's
much
really
to unpack.
insensitive. You want a drink? And they hand you the flask.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're lucky you're pretty.
I know. They kind of flick their short ginger hair.
There's so much to unpack about that whole conversation. Mostly that the castle is full of ghost milfs.
No, the ghost MILFs go there at night after they get out of their graves. I mean,
Are they gamilfs then?
no,
Ghosts, I want to fuck.
no, that's
That's
for
a whole other
different one.
category.
I
Oh,
think
sorry.
you just have to say MILF,
MILF.
like spooky, like MILF. Yeah. No. Okay. So that's an interesting one. Did I get like she just kills werewolves when she finds them? Is that the vibe she was giving off?
You honestly have no idea.
Like that's what
They
she
did-
said. She was
Yeah.
like, I just kill them when I find them, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
there was if I didn't have a kid on my hip, there'd be some probably like, oh, really? Okay.
Ooh, what's this? So, do you all head to the west?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you begin winding your way up the road, you see coming into view, it's not very far from where you are. You see those looming shadows. Again, you see very large gates, but this time the gates themselves are very well maintained. But they seem to be about 40 feet high this time.
Like back behind us?
No, to the west. They are open though. It's about a 5-minute walk.
Oh, so these are like when we found the ones that had like the heads cut off,
Mhm.
but they're headed, not headless.
You
Beheadful.
you look at them, and from the direction that you're approaching, there's no statues on your side, but you do see the figures of statues on the other side.
I'm gonna walk
Almost
through.
like it's all right. You walk through, and
Damn it, Kiora.
something happens.
Yeah.
So you begin winding your way up the road again.
Winding our way downtown, walking fast.
So it's about it's how many minutes? It's about a 50-minute walk. So it's like a little bit after midday at this point as you're walking. There's been a lot of walking. As kind of time goes on.
It's sausage time, I think. Like,
Yeah, you take out a sausage, start
Yeah.
munching it, and as you're like eating your sausage, enjoying yourself and having a good time, you see that the road transitions here from being a winding path through these high hills, and you can see like little mounds and mountains around you.
And the lazy trails that kind of hug these curves and whatnot, as it descends into this valley. As you're coming up here, you notice and you look down to the heart of this valley, and you can barely make out a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. Its waters dark, very still. It's deep, dark water. A branch of the road leads west to a raised sector of land, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. The sound of cogs grinding together can be heard very clearly at this distance.
It's a long way off to be able to hear that.
You're
it must
about-
be very.
It's like a couple minute walk. Like,
Okay.
It's not very far away at all. It's like 5
I was
minutes.
gonna say that is loud.
Does it smell like pies? Is this pie place? Because we were finding her back to pie. We're trying to find pastry lady.
You can sniff the air if you'd like.
I wanna
Make
do
me
a good
perception
sniff.
check, please. A good sniff.
I want to do a good sniff.
Give me a sniff.
Timothy,
I step away from Marsh a little bit because he's just been like the whole time.
Jimothy kind of looks and says,
Huh? What? Sorry.
they like wake up suddenly.
Huh? What is it?
Does this seem like a fun area to you? Do you want to follow this path? Because if we're trying to figure out who this person's like luring kids, does it seem like somewhere you want to?
No, they take the kids.
Jimothy looks to it and says,
I don't really want to play there. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
you don't need to play there.
play here. And they start like kind of like grooving around and surround his hip. Just-
Yeah. I look over at Ghislaine. I'm like, if somebody's going to come and try to like take Jimothy, they could try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get him.
No, because I'm gonna go kill them.
Why
Let's-
are we killing why are we killing Pie Lady again? You said
Because
they
they steal children.
okay, that's all right. Yeah, that's
If
hmm.
if they are what I think they are, they not only steal children, but they're hags, which means they turn children into what they are, which is cruel and
Gross.
just they're nasty creatures.
Elaine, can you make me a perception check, please?
Oh, okay. So I have heightened senses, I think. Is it hearing or smell related?
It is sight.
Okay. So just a regular old normal roll.
A normie roll, as we call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look out towards this thing, and you can see that there are kind of on the very back of where the mill is, just down a slight slope. You can see that there seems to be like a dense forest behind it. You see flying up towards, like near the top of where the windmill is, like just above the door, you see a little crow. It perches itself and starts like a raven starts like pecking away. Goes at the wood.
There's a crow up there. Do I have any thoughts as to what the raven is associated with, or is it just, hey, it's a raven?
You can make me an insight check.
Okay.
That's so Raven.
Dang it, I was waiting for an opportunity.
That's so crow.
Hey.
So you
Yay!
you see this raven here, and and you realize that it specifically came out when y'all started like getting a little bit close on the trail, and it seems to be like waiting for something to come close to it. It seems to be like it's going to maybe warn someone or something. But it doesn't seem to be a malevolent raven. Like,
Okay. It's just warning someone.
I'm gonna roll something.
I'm gonna look at the group and say,
No, it doesn't seem to see you.
this, there's a raven up there, and I get the feeling. It's just a feeling. I get the feeling that they're a warning system for something or someone.
Or the baker?
Do we kill it?
I don't know.
I can kill it.
Does anybody have a bow? Oh,
Oh,
man.
actually, Irina's like,
Uh.
actually, and pulls out a bow.
I'm gonna
I
kind of stop
also
and be
have
like,
a bow.
Now-
I feel like it should be a
the raven. I don't think the raven is evil, but I don't know. Like it doesn't seem to mean us any harm. But I don't know.
no, but if it's like a warning system, if we don't want whoever's inside, if it's look,
I don't.
would
trust-
you say I'm pretty familiar with like wizards and like familiars and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like I would say
Yeah.
that's like a thing. I'd be like, it's not really. It didn't seem like he was acting like a normal, like a normal bird.
Let me. Oh, even I'm done. Actually, make me a knowledge, knowledge. Make me a nature check. Ghislaine, you can do this as well.
Okay.
You get advantage on this one, Ghislaine.
Oh, okay.
An action. Not gonna give it to Serana, but I will give it to Ghislaine.
Oh,
That's good.
that can mean one of a few things.
So I will say, Ghislaine, you notice this. This raven is bigger than most regular ravens. You see, like the way that it kind of stops pecking for a moment, and you see it like looks kind of towards you, and the way that it looks at you, it looks as you as though a person is looking at you. It doesn't look like a bird. You think this could be another sort of were creature.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the group and be like, I don't know what this is, but it's not a normal bird. I want to try to approach
Extra thick.
and see if I can talk to it.
Hail there, fellow were creature.
Right? Oh, what the fuck?
Can we catch it?
Sec. Oh, I'm dumb. There we go. You can if you want to try and catch it, it's like up on top of a door like frame right now.
Now this is there's I didn't smell any pies.
Oh, did you make a perception check?
I think so. I think that's what the 16 and the 9
Six.
were.
Okay.
We made
So-
various.
You do sniff in the air, and you do smell the scent of pies wafting from this place.
Oh,
Could I use suggestion to get the bird to come over, or does it need to understand me first?
If it's what Ghislaine thinks it is, it will probably work. You can try to use suggestion.
try.
Would this be?
I-
Do we find
go-
this useful?
I go like
Yeah.
if this is a thing that can talk and does it see us? It's just seeing us like conspiring over there now.
It kind of looks towards you for a moment and then cocks its head to the side, almost like it's waiting to see if you get closer.
Yeah, can we just do like a
So
see if it responds to that?
the bird like starts to fly over. It doesn't like beeline towards you, but it starts to flap overhead of the group of you and goes ah ah ah, and then it seems to circle once more and then starts to fly away from the
away from the windmill and down towards that little town.
Well, maybe. Do we fuck with the windmill or do we follow our new bird friend?
No, we need to take care of this windmill. They said the first artifact would be here as well, so we at least need to get that.
But we know there's a bird waiting for us, I guess.
Yeah, we have that to look forward to.
Yay.
And you
I don't
just
know
said
if
this
it was
wasn't some
previous.
sort of normal bird. You didn't say anything, right? Okay.
I will say like it seems more like a person, if that makes sense. Like you and I, Serana.
Mm.
Well, should we go take care of this and we can worry about the bird after?
Might as well, yeah.
Okay.
Is there a place below the windmill that would be good to like hide out?
What do you mean? But like, is like a cellar or something?
Can we ding
No,
dong
like
ditch
a
'em?
copse of trees that like Jimothy and Ismark and like
Behind the windmill.
not
yes.
like behind the windmill, but like as before we get up to it, can we stash the babies? I'm gonna put these babies up somewhere.
There doesn't seem to be. It's a lot of like hills and little mountains and open space kind of in this area. They could hide behind like rock formations that are out of view.
Yeah, do that.
I feel like if they're into snatching kids and we've got Jimothy out, I mean, Alfie, you could pretend to be a kid. That might be if we want to.
If we know
Kill
they're
'em.
there, we don't need them to snatch a kid. We can just go and kill them.
I mean, I can, yes, I can pretend to be a child and just walk in there and maybe hope not to die.
Go in there alone. I'm just saying
As
it's
a
not.
little trappy trap.
Yeah.
What if I just knock on their door and then they answer it and I attack them?
So I love your enthusiasm. It's really good.
It seems real straightforward. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it seems very direct. Where's the style? You know?
I'll do a special attack on them.
Let's just go up, knock, ask if they're stealing kids.
How about we go and we just ask, like, we want to buy some pies?
Yes.
We hungry. I heard you had some good up here. Can we get some of them pies?
But I
And
know
trade
they're
you a
stealing
child
kids.
for a pie.
Yeah,
And if
but
she says yes, then we kill her.
then if she thinks we're there to buy pies, it
She
puts her off guard.
she already knows me though and is afraid of me.
Can you
Well,
not
can
look
you
like
not
anyone
look like
else?
you?
She looks at
like-
Jimothy when you say this.
Jimothy is just hanging out with Ismark. You see like Ismark's leaning down and like holding Jimothy's little hands and they're like dancing together.
Can you change like size? Like, can you get small?
No.
So you'd just be a
large child.
just like a big tabaxi with like baby features.
Jimothy.
Who else? Alfie was with me as well, right? Or was it Ghislaine?
was
I was
Alfie.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also know
Entire
Alfie
Jimothy.
because Alfie
I mean-
was with me.
I have disguises.
Yeah.
Just
I have
put a
disguise
mustache
right around.
on. Just put a mustache on.
Hello, I'm a child.
I just
Would you like me?
Oh my gosh, let's just. Can we just like snipe him through a window? Can I just magic missile him through
We
a
could
window?
sneak in
Let's
through
go
a
look.
window.
Well, you
I want to look it up. I want to
you
scout
kind of
it out.
see as you look forward. You see that
The onion domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray skies that seem to be brewing in the distance. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above the flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. You hear the groaning and creaking of what sounds like just cogwheels turning, and you see those the mill part of the windmill, whatever the fuck they're called. The vanes, I don't know. They're just like slowly turning.
The flappers.
The flappers.
The spinny flappers.
Yep. They're slowly rotating.
Spinning and flapping. All right. Well, look, if we're here to find an artifact, then let's just scope it out. Is there anybody here? They're cooking pies.
Might as well.
Let's go knock.
All
Are we
right.
just taking everybody with us? Are we
Guess
leaving
we're just doing this.
is Mark and Jimothy or Marshall? What are we doing?
I thought they were hiding. I mean, Marshall can come with you. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
Ismark and Jimothy are hiding.
Whoa. Sorry. That was me. I was moving entire areas. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Ismark and Jimothy can hide. Marshall will stay with Ghislaine for now. And then he'll provide the help action.
Yeah.
All right, so who's knocking?
I will.
Kiora, you approach, rapping on the door, and you hear the cogwheels almost seem to slow down a little bit. The grinding is slowly coming to a halt. But no one answers the door.
A little rude.
I knock again.
You knock a second time. Still don't hear anything. Just
While
yet.
she's knocking, I'd like to make my way around.
And I yell from the outside of the door.
Yeah.
I go, hello? I lost my mom.
I would like you to make me a deception check, please.
You have an advantage. You have an advantage die if you need
You
it.
can use an advantage die if you want. You just gotta let me know. So 12, unless you want to use that advantage and get a 15.
I will.
Or you can re-roll if you want to use the advantage.
I will reroll.
Okay, so we'll take the first number that pops up as the other one. 9. So 12 or a 9. So it's gonna
Well,
be
if it was-
the 12. So it'll be advantage as in like roll. It's not like rolling 2 sets basically.
I don't know why I rerolled. That 15 was pretty juicy. I'm an idiot, but that's okay. 12 is fine. Hello.
As you call out, so Serana, you start making your way around the back. Okay, make me a perception check, please, as you make your way around the back.
And just in case there's something, I feel like in case I need to like move something, I'm gonna pull my hood up. Maybe I'm gonna change just a little bit. Just a little bit, just some stronks. I could use some stronks. So I'm gonna pull my hood up, and then as I go around back, I'm gonna just get those good sniffs.
All right, go sniff.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Should I be sneaky? I'm trying to sneak. Let me.
All right, roll me stealth and then roll me perception.
My stealth is not so great. I think I might use my advantage on that. I'm gonna use my advantage on it. So my little glowy 6 or whatever, I'm gonna use that.
All right.
Well, you can roll first and see if your first roll is good enough.
Yeah, you can always use the advantage after. And you also have inspiration.
Yeah. But that inspiration sticks around. I don't know about these gift sub ones. Does that
They'll stick around.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right.
14.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
I don't really like that number. I don't know if I'll be able to roll above it, but I'd like to chance it just because I want to be sneaky.
Mhm.
Let me make sure nothing else changes. Okay. All right. Uno más. Stealth. Please.
Got this.
God damn it. Yeah, you know what's better?
Slightly better.
That's one better.
Slightly
Yeah.
better. So, and then make me a perception check, please.
I'm guessing that is at advantage as I'm
That one, yes. Yeah.
just yeah. God, this
Oh,
is my
no.
life.
So you're like sniffing the air. You're trying to find.
I got inspiration.
someone. Yeah, you can use that.
I want to re.
Please.
Okay.
Please do.
Does that do both again?
Yeah,
Since
sure.
Is it like a re-roll or okay?
Go ahead. That's much better. So as you're like out back there and you kind of sniff the air, you smell something that you think that you smelled earlier. You're not quite sure, but you think that you did. Give me a sec, I have to. You smell fresh ginger and cooked apples. As you're back there.
Timothy
I
can't.
think.
Oh, go for it.
I mean, Jimothy was way back.
Yeah,
right?
I was just
Like-
gonna ask if he can't see us anymore, right?
He cannot. They're kind of hidden now.
No.
Serana, you can do your thing.
I'm just gonna say that I'm waiting till like if something comes around the back, since it's like sort of wooded. I'm waiting. Or is there a back door?
Look in the back. There is no back door, but there's like a little window
All right.
with like a little
yeah.
cross section.
I'm just
so-
waiting. I'm waiting.
So back in the front, Alfie, you call out that you lost your mother, lost your something, and you see that the door inside creaks open.
Hello? Sorry. I forget there's a mic here.
You
in this
you
place.
hear a voice from within saying, come in, please."
So the door is cracked open.
It's a few inches open.
Do you like cover your massive cleavage? Like
Fine.
I've lost my mommy. Like what is that? Wait, hold on. Sorry.
Because Delane is right next to me, right? Or is like with
Yep.
us.
Yeah.
I'm like
wanted to
crouched
go,
as
like-
far as
Like
Yeah.
push.
Because the door is a little cracked open now, and we know that she wants a child. So I feel like that's all I need.
Can
I'm just
I-
gonna go for the strong. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can I partially see this person behind the door?
You open up the door, like you try to take a little peek inside. Make me a perception check, please.
Question. When I hear a voice and like they're interacting with the front door now, I think that might be a good chance that they would not be distracted with the back. Can I look through that back window?
Yeah, you can take a peek. You can make me a perception check as well, Serana.
I
if you'd
would like to use my
Advantage.
advantage.
Sure, go ahead.
God damn it. No, I'm getting good. There's good
Yeah.
rolls tonight.
You look
I
inside.
looked with the wrong eye. Oops.
One
Can't see
sec.
shit.
I gotta check something really quick. This person. Without that, let's see. Just double checking something really quick. Yeah, you Serana, you don't see anything inside. It's fairly dark. And there's like a couple, there's like a single candle that's illuminated, but you don't see anyone around the candle as far as you can tell. Kiora, it's not what you see, but it's what you smell. It's not that sweet scent of pastry that's coming from here anymore, but there is this absolute rancid smell coming from inside now. That seems to be kind of leaking out of the doorway.
I turn into Strahd.
Which Strahd?
Female Strahd.
Okay. All right.
If you keep making me wait, I'm going to get upset.
And I would like you to make me a deception check, please.
At advantage?
For this, it's just voice, as far as I know. I would just say,
But they've fallen prey to this before.
It's true, yeah. Roll me with advantage. Go ahead.
15's good. 15's good.
15 is good. You hear some shuffling inside, and then you see opening the door, looking extremely nervous, is that same individual from before. Oh no. One with the red billowing cloak. The like kind of auburn hair. She kind of peeks out. You see those like very mangled hands like peeking her head out, and she's like,
Oh, Lady Strahd, how pleasant it is to see you here. I apologize for making you wait. Do you want to come inside, please? Don't mind the dredge.
I begin to just walk inside.
all right, you walk inside. She looks out and sees the rest of you. There's like a furrowing of the brow, and she's like, "Are you with Strahd now?"
In the kid voice, I'm gonna go, yeah, actually I am. Thanks.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, she hasn't
Would you-
seen me before.
Yeah, she's like, do you want to come inside as well?
Sure.
All right.
And she opens the door further, and as you go inside, where is it? So as you all head inside, I'm gonna need all of you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm throwing up.
Can I cast
no.
guidance on myself?
Is it a reaction?
No.
The lady said,
So this
Don't
this
mind
is
the
But I
But
knew there was
no
a bad
one-
smell in there already.
no one paid attention to this bad smell coming out.
you
Francis Marion.
did.
She said, "Don't mind
Sure.
the
I will
dredge."
allow you to I will allow you to
Demons.
I will allow you to cast guidance on yourself before you head inside.
Thank you.
No problem. You know it's stinky.
Probably
I
didn't even need it.
that.
24.
24. All right. So it's a fairly small area. As you come inside, I'm gonna move you. No, I'm not gonna switch it to that. Let's see. I gotta get all the things.
The fuck is that?
It's a dredge, BB. And there's Alfie and Ghislaine.
As a clerical student of the magical arts, Would I be able to roll on something to know what this stretch might be?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make me a knowledge. This is gonna be Arcana.
I like
Ooh.
magic.
Yeah, so you know
There's
a
not knowledge
dretch.
queens.
Yeah, so a dretch is a demonic entity. It is spawned in the infinite layers of the abyss. It is a spawn of chaos, and generally just very, very evil. It might have some sort of true name that will help like banish it, but you're not sure what that is. Dretch is kind of the name of it. It is a fairly powerful creature in terms of how much damage it can deal, but it is very weak in terms of like you can kill it fairly quickly.
Would
You
it be
can't.
considered a celestial, elemental, fae, or fiend?
It is a fiend.
Okay.
It is resistant to cold, fire, and lightning, and immune to poison and the poisoned condition. Let's see.
Great.
And who made? Oh, so Alfie, as soon as you get in there, you start like just vomiting. The smell is, the sausages come out. It is absolutely wretched in here. You are poisoned. And you can take either an action or a bonus action, not both, and you can't take any reactions on your turn currently. But as you get inside, you notice that there's like little steps that wind their way up just to the north of the area. There's a hand crank, it looks like, for the actual mill itself. There's like various bits of like cooking supplies. You see that there's berries here. There's like a little place to prep like a kitchen. It's very cramped in here, especially with all of you now inside. Yeah, there's berries and cream. You see this dretch just kind of like its hands are up like this, and it's just kind of chilling in the corner. Let me see. That's the dretch. They handsome. So gorgeous.
Why in my head was I assuming it looked like the dog child creature from Full Metal Alchemist? I don't know why. But
Full
that's
Metal Alchemist.
it went
Edward. No. So the lady looks up towards you as Strahd and says,
So what do I owe the pleasure of our lady being here in the flesh?
I pull a card and I pull the wizard card and I cast magic missile on them. Gonna be at second level.
Okay, so how much damage? Because this is gonna be getting into initiative. I know we're right near the end.
This is going to be 15 points of force damage.
Woo! 15 points of force damage. She recoils and there's like a little scream that comes out from her, and she says, "My lady, no!" And she seems to hunker down a little bit, and you see that her like skin kind of cracks and shifts, and what you then see, instead of it being the form of like a hot kind of woman with wrinkly hands, you see instead this kind of blue creature that's formed. It has horns that twist around, black hair that sprouts off the back and goes like dragging down onto the floor. It's like little needly pointed teeth chatter towards you. And it's more hunched than it was before. You hear upstairs, there's another scream that rings out. And you hear clattering coming from above you. Serana, as you're standing outside watching this,
I was waiting for something to happen, because if it is a celestial elemental fae or fiend, my channel divinity for the arcana domain lets me turn not just undead, but I get to be like, Dredge gets to run out the door, bibbity bobbity boopity, and then like
Amazing.
they leave. They just
So
fucking
yeah,
leave.
so you're
That's
like
what I
kind of
wanted
waiting.
to do.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're like waiting, and right before you cast your spell, you feel a presence behind you.
Shitty perception checks. Damn.
So yeah, so you hear something behind you and kind of turn your head, and Ghislaine, you can see through this tiny window. You can see outside towards Serana, and standing right behind her is Fern.
Oh,
Is Fern the one we killed?
Fern's the one you found dead, hanging.
And then
Oh.
we killed her.
No.
no, we killed the thing that crawled up.
Oh, okay.
That crawled
If Fern just
up.
turned into like ash and blew away or whatever, right?
And you hear behind you, Serana. She says, "I'm sorry, but I really advise you to leave right now." And I'd like all of you to roll me initiative, please.
Yay!
As we roll initiative, we are going to call that a game for this evening. As we will begin our next
I
game.
forgot to click my token.
It's okay. As we will begin our next game with the fight at the old bone grinder.
Nice.
Well, thank you everyone for participating, coming in, and watching us this evening, as we will be playing next week, hopefully dressing up, maybe.
Ooh,
We'll
that'd
see,
be fun.
hopefully. Yeah. But we hope you join us for the battle with the hags. We'll see how it goes.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be a time.
extraordinary.
Should I get the little anime wolf ears?
Oh my god.
Totally,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
But that is all for tonight's game.
Yay! All right, well,
Yay.
before we close out, let's go around. Everybody say who you are, where we can find you, and your favorite part of tonight. And let us go in the same order we went previously, except I'll go last this time. So let's start with Monster. Monster.
I am. Is it who we are and where we can be found?
Who you are, where you can be found, and favorite
Why is
moment
the
of the
wizard?
session.
So I am Monster X8 on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. I think I forgot Instagram last time. Not very often on Twitch right now. I think my favorite was just watching Marshall and Jimothy dance until they fell asleep.
Yeah, adorable.
It is.
Next up, Stacy.
I'm Stacy. I'm on Instagram as Couple of Chumps Cosplay. Don't count on me posting anything. I honestly, I don't know if I can decide a favorite moment today. I just feel like the vibes were really good today. Like, it was, even though there was a lot of, I mean, it was mostly fun stuff, like happy things. But like, I don't know, after a couple weeks of not being able to play, like, good vibes. So my favorite part, the vibes.
Heck
Aw.
yeah, go vibes.
That's good.
Go vibes.
B.
Hi, I'm Bukake on Twitch and Instagram and other places that aren't Twitter. And I'm an art streamer. I do art. I did the character art for this game, and I do the character art for your game too. Hey, yeah, that's me.
She do
I stream
real
on
good
Twitch.
character art.
Thank you.
My favorite part of the game was yeah, I like the vibes. I like
Vibes.
that. Yeah, and that hot lady with the metal leg.
Hell yeah.
I like that lady.
Esmeralda.
Mm-hmm.
Hot. And Matihi.
Hello. I am Matihi or Maddie Matihi on Instagram and Twitter, but I am just Matihi on Twitch and I never stream. But you can find me on here, of course, GMing the Curse of Strahd game. I am also here playing the Avatar game where I am playing a hot lad. So gorgeous. And he's an airbender, so bless. And I am going to also be in the Witchlight campaign run by Stella Luna over on Stella Luna's channel on Twitch, obviously. Playing a cute little tiefling druid with a snack named Sir Lancelot. They're going to be adorable and wonderful and very shy. I'm also dressing up for that one probably constantly. I think my favorite moment of the night was the interactions with Esmeralda. As just she mostly brushed you all off. I also like the suspicious reactions, except for Alfie when you first came to the encampment. That was absolutely fantastic. So stunning, yeah.
Party.
Love it. And last is me. I'm Emma, also known as Emma Panada. This is my channel. We have a few different games going here. We have this Curse of Strahd game. We have an Avatar Legends game. Where our next session is going to be next Friday, and that'll be our second session. So it's a great time to join in on that one because the first session was kind of like still a bit of setup. So not too much happened. And then we have a Kids on Bikes / Kids on Brooms game that we like to call Bikes on Brooms. That happens on Sundays. And this Sunday should be our first time getting to play that in a little while as well. So I'm super pumped for that. We also have another game in the works currently that'll be starting in November. And so look forward to hearing more about that as well. But if you want to find me anywhere else, you can find me on Twitter at Emma Panada or just like hanging out. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us. My good friend Runaway Robot is currently streaming some D&D, so if you want to stick around, we're gonna raid him real quick. And once we do, just say hi, be nice, and have a good time watching a bunch of professionals play Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, thanks everybody, and have a great night.
Goodbye. Goodbye. How long are we saying this? Goodbye.
We're
It's
done.
a long time. Okay.